Awkward silence. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, and welcome to another episode of Coach E Game for All Seasons, brought to you by Perfect Time Fitness with your boy, Coach E, local neighborhood high school football coach, strength coach, Twinsburg football program, local neighborhood high school basketball coach, local neighborhood high school track coach, also, most importantly, co-CEO, El Presidente at Perfect Time Fitness and meal prep head trainer at Perfect Time Fitness. Ladies and gentlemen, you can watch this and every episode on YouTube. Go to the search bar, type in Coach E Game for All Seasons. This will come up with every other piece of equipment and shows we have. You can also email the show at gameforallseasons@gmail.com. Also, download this podcast wherever you listen or get your podcast from. Hit the download arrow, hit the check mark, whatever phone you got. Android till I die. That's how we do it. Just hit the check mark. And download it. Listen to it. Tell a friend. Tell an uncle. Tell a friend. I got two assistant coaches that do this with me on the left and my right. Left-hand side, Zen. What up, Zen?
Yeah, I didn't think of anything today. So we do have a female basketball player. Mm-hmm. Or are you one of those that get offended by the word female?
No.
Okay, cool. So so we got a female basketball player today. So I get to finally talk some WNBA for the first time.
Same here, though.
Man, it's been a long time coming, but it's about to come. So here we go. So that's all I got for you today, Coach E. What's good?
Oh, this show is going to be a good one. On the far right side, I got RPZ from down DZ, Dallas DFW. What up, RPZ?
What's up, man? Back home in the land. Just doing did a little running around yesterday. It's changed. I just say that, man. It's changed in some areas that, I grew up in, running around in, but I'm like, yeah, it's a little different now.
A lot different.
Maybe I need to take myself home. So just, I still know where I'm going, but don't know where I'm at, if that makes sense. Type of thing.
Ever since the gentrification, we got all the Regents out here.
Yeah.
All the project babies, all the hood babies are now Bedford, Maple, Garfield, Warrensville.
Solon is really what threw me for a loop.
Oh, yeah.
All I see is black folks out there Solon now, where before that was like, hey,
frowned upon.
Be careful going over there now. Nah, black folks, we everywhere, but it's good to be home, see my folks.
Well, welcome home, brother.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you taking that trip.
Always.
We do have a special guest to my far close right. I want to introduce her, Amber Gooden, y'all. Welcome her to the podcast.
Amber.
What up, dog? How you doing?
I'm good. Can't complain.
Well, you about to start in a minute. Because we always open the show with what, Zen?
Getting to know Coach E.
And we ask the guest to have a little story or whatever you got to say, whatever you remember. How did you get to know me, Coach E?
I remember you were super annoying in high school.
Okay. We here now.
That's primarily what I remember. And he was much bigger than most people, so he would just walk past you and shove you out of nowhere for no reason. You would just be minding your business and he would two-hand shove you almost to the ground. And that would be it. He wouldn't even say anything. He'd just look at you and keep going. That's what I remember.
That, I don't remember doing that ever, ladies and gentlemen. I think she's AI and she's lying right now. It's not even a real story. But I do remember from her being across the street at the fake high school on Northfield Road in the city of Bedford.
Cue that up.
She did. We're not queuing that up. She chose to go across the street to where?
To the almighty and wonderful St. Peter Chanel High School.
Oh.
Yes.
The building that is no longer there, ladies and gentlemen. That's how horrible
continues.
the high school was. They decided to tear it down because it just stood for nothing. Basically, that's what I'm getting from it.
I almost felt like y'all were hating so much that they kind of had to take it away because y'all just couldn't even get your own residents to come there anymore. Just saying.
So y'all was doing recruiting and stealing back then.
Didn't need to recruit. Legacy.
No, not legacy.
Legacy.
Help
Legacy brings you from all over. We had people driving from an hour and a half away.
That's crazy.
Legacy.
An hour and a half is crazy.
So if you didn't go to Chanel, what high school would you have went to?
Chanel.
I mean that in real I
actually was almost at Regina.
Okay.
But that was before it was super Regina, so it would have just been mediocre Regina when I got there.
But now, what's the neighborhood school that you would have had to go to?
Oh, Kennedy.
Oh,
I'm always in the hood. Always in the hood.
Well, we got you here because a certain season that me and Zen usually are the only two talking about. It wrapped up last week. They actually just had the parade yesterday, the Las Vegas Aces. And I know you do a lot with the female basketball community, so that's what we triggered to get you here, talk about this good stuff. So where do you see the WNBA going from here today, the momentum that they created so far? Do you see good things coming in the future?
I see great things coming in the future. I think the biggest component of it is going to be the fact of how big women's college basketball is right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if people look into the WNBA right now, there's people that's been there for like 8-10 years. A lot of people are out of touch with the people that have come from from college to professional sports. So I think a big difference will be, drumming up that following, now that they have social media, some of the athletes are being followed for things totally outside of their sports, NIL opportunities and different things like that. So I think that funnel into the WNBA with just younger talent will help kind of close that gap on some of I think kind of what we're missing as far as viewership from some of the younger fans.
Okay. All right. Look, I guess it's on me because, all right, so you say the growth. Now, with the growth, one of the detractors has been men, because a lot of men has talking down on the sport. You've heard Shaq, Michael Porter Jr. They say they need to lower the rims. How can the game grow amidst that much hate?
Men always hate. Men hate on men. Men hate on women. So I don't think that plays a role in anything that's going on. Shaq is one of the biggest supporters. He signed Angel Reese to Reebok. So we don't care. As long as the money's still coming, we don't care.
Speaking of the money, now we're amidst the labor negotiations. So how do you see this playing out? You talked about the momentum building and growing. We've seen where stoppages in play have actually hurt sports, and some sports never recovered, like baseball from the strike in the early 90s, never got back to where they were before. So how do the players capitalize and start to earn more money, but not cut their nose off to spite their face?
Well, I think right now what we're seeing in the CBA negotiations is, first of all, they want to get rid of the commissioner. This isn't the first year they've complained. They have always complained about it. There's always been turmoil between the players, the representatives of the players, and the commissioner. So I think they would have to figure that out first. That's something they're going to have to do. But I mean, even with that, they're asking for an entirely different kind of landscape of how the money is made, the revenue is shared. And I think they're not prepared for the level of just intelligence and just levels of understanding that the players have about what they want and what they can get. I think the number one thing they need to watch out for is what's on my shirt.
Yes.
Because Unrivaled is paying players and spoiling players.
Yeah,
and it is a phenomenal situation to watch. Like, I've been there in person, and they've just done such a great job of making sure they didn't cut corners.
Okay. So, being a fan, I know about Unrivaled. It had a great first season. So I'm old enough to go back to when the WNBA had its first season as well, too. And it came with a lot of fanfare as well, and a lot of people were following it early on. But slowly as the time went, fans started to drop off to where they had to pick it back up, thanks to, go ahead and say it, Caitlin infused a lot when she came into the league, her and Angel. So what does Unrivaled have to do to make sure that they don't do it? Because that's what I'm loving it, but at the same time, it's the new shiny thing. I seen it with like Deion Sanders at Colorado. Yeah. First year, everybody was paying attention. Can't get nobody to pay attention to Colorado right now. So how does Unrivaled keep things up to be able to, give a real competitor to the WNBA?
Well, they don't want to compete with them. So I think one thing that happens out of the W is the fact that they have so many compact games in such a short season. So I think that also makes it hard in the marketing perspective of how many times people are getting their eyes on them. So it increases viewership because now they get to take a break. And now instead of having to be shipped overseas to therefore play in front of an audience that is not here, obviously, and we're traveling, you're having to do different things, the pay is different, but you have to do that. They're creating an opportunity not only for the viewers to get their eyes on them again and kind of pick their favorites, but it's also paying them more. They get to stay home locally. It's like a win-win for the players, and for the viewers, we get to see them more, I think, and you get to learn more about them. I think one step or two steps that Unrivaled has already done is they'll be in Philadelphia to kick off the season. They're in Miami. They're a Miami-based program. They don't do anything. They're starting to take it on the road.
Mm-hmm.
The facility in Miami is small. It is very well designed, but it's small as far as, who it can hold.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what you'll see there is the fact that they're going to be able to pack some arenas to get a chance to see this now that you're able to take it on the road. They have the opportunity to take this overseas if they want to. They have the connections, through their players to be able to do so many other things. And the second part is they released Unrivaled Future, which immediately connected them with the up-and-coming stars coming from the NCAA. So now that they've kind of connected that, again, now we kind of are creating a pipeline to what's going on. And that pipeline just hasn't existed. I mean, if I asked you before Caitlin Clark, the last player that came out of college, where she went and where she plays now, like, a lot of people can't answer.
Yeah, yeah, because you was talking about college basketball being so popular right now, but I've seen that before where the WNBA has fumbled it time and time again. Like, we will see a Candace Parker, but the buzz will fall off. Or Maya Moore, the buzz will fall off. Or Breonna Stewart, the buzz will fall off. So I'm wondering what they're gonna do differently to make sure that the buzz doesn't fall off and they actually capitalize on the farm system that they got in the NCAA.
Well, I think a big part of it that's changed is social media.
Mm-hmm.
The NIL landscape and social media just connects so many different things. And when you get into the NIL space and you start dealing with agents and marketing teams and different things that kind of get you there, that's going to be their responsibility. It's no longer in the hands of the WNBA. They just need to figure out how to manage it because these people are coming in larger than life already.
Yeah, to kind of throw a monkey wrench in this, because me and my counterpart, Byron, I am the fan that they are trying to recruit. Like, I don't watch WNBA.
Okay.
It's just very like. So how do they get me in? Because I have my own views about the league. And
do you know any women who don't watch the NBA?
Quite a few.
All right, then. So then you're not you're not who we're looking for. But I do encourage you to take the time and watch some of basketball, though.
Yeah.
So I would say look at some of the individual skill sets that are being presented by some of the women and then kind of watch it from there.
Well, I say that because with just talking women's sports in general, women's sports I do watch, I watch women's gymnastics. And we see the way when that time of the season comes around, how they market it, how they shine their athletes. That brings me into why I want to watch, and I think that they're the best in the world doing women's gymnastics. I don't necessarily think the WNBA is the best in the world at playing basketball.
We have a gold medal.
Several.
We've proven we're the best. And then not only have we proven it, we then brought in all of those top players from France and the other teams, and they play in the WNBA.
Okay,
you got to watch it.
But you're right. I do watch basketball. So why would I watch a women's basketball game and not a men's basketball game? If I have two on the TV,
I watch both. I really do.
I can only watch one at the same time.
Ricky, you got 2 TVs. You could watch both.
I'm only giving but everybody does it. I'm only watching the NBA game.
That's a choice, though. I don't like traveling. So I watch the WNBA more. I don't like a lack of IQ. I don't like an inability to read a pick and roll. I don't like fake defense.
Okay.
So the intensity and what's going on behind what these women are doing is so much different. It's so much different. And they're being paid a fraction of the price. They got kids at home. They have husbands. They got wives. They got all types of stuff going on. In addition to coming into work and doing this. When they first started, there was women that had complete full-time jobs around them.
All right.
So I think understanding the effort being put into it and then the skill that's in it. And I will say, you're not going to tell me you don't remember Dawn Staley playing and all of them. I would say that I think it is more comparative now to then. You're getting a lot more individual skill sets.
What do you mean comparative now?
I would say that, in most people's words, more exciting. It's more solid skill sets that are happening. I think the ability to jump, dunking is an easy thing for women now. I don't know why we would lower the rim. I have 10 girls in high school who can dunk right now. So it's no longer like a shocking situation. Like they are dunking out here without effort. And so I just think the growth of it is worth noting and watching. Because I think it'll look a little different. I'm not saying you ain't gonna watch a game and it sucks, but we watch NBA games that suck. So,
and I say this with my youngest, who Savannah is 10, super tall, and she goes with me to my son's practices, and I see her more hungry about basketball than he is. So I say this as a father who has a young girl who I think all the things that you're talking about could benefit. I feel like if you looked at the leagues, the league is not going to grow. The NBA grew slowly. But like you said, it amplifies because of the social media now. And to be real honest, I didn't start watching college basketball until Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark got into they tiff to taft or whatever. And we have the microwave ready villain and Great White Hope, out here doing stuff in basketball that we don't see a la Bird and Magic.
right.
We have that. Now, I think Juju Watkins is her and better than both of them.
I hear you talking. I hear you talking because I'm going to talk about Hannah Hidalgo in a minute.
I'm glad
since we
you
decided
did.
to bring it out.
I love
Because that's my baby.
I think I don't know her.
Oh.
This is your fault. This is your fault. I'm just saying.
I don't think it's
This
all
is
my
your
fault.
Hey, she's everywhere,
know.
yo.
Then why do I know? Why do I know Juju?
Same.
I don't
Okay,
know.
so now I'm glad I can
same
answer
level
that.
too.
I can answer that because Juju has had a marketing team behind her since she was in junior high school.
Right.
She was able to go to Sierra Canyon. She had the connection. She signed with Clutch, Bronny, whole situation. She's been that.
Yeah.
So she had that. Her parents are very affluent in the NBA and working within that area. So she's got it. They have had a well-oiled machine for a very long time. So that is where you're seeing the push, the understanding. It's not to discredit any skill or anything. She still has the skill, but she's already had this thing in the bag for a long time.
So I guess I feel like we are falling short to this young lady by not giving her the platform. The platform that Juju had, like
me too.
Like, so I guess I don't want to
reach out to the media outlets and say this would be phenomenal.
And like that's why I said I'm saying this as a father with a girl that who I feel is going to really play basketball and could really be good at it. But I'm discouraged because I see the stories that I hear about girls that aren't. So it's like, well, babe, go run track. Because you're good at that too. If you want to go and...
Those are separate seasons. She can do both. I encourage them to do it all.
Yeah.
And I think that's important as far as but you got to remember, when we talk about athletic development in women, we talk about the different builds. And have you seen how many times girls fall in games?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And then lower the skill level, the more people on the floor, you'll have 73 jump balls. And let's be real, it happens in boys too. But the lower the skill set on both sides becomes a lower ability of everything you're teaching. Foundation, fundamentals, movement, strength, core, all of those things. So
well, my go run track was coming from the vein of I see Allison Felix, I see Sha'Carri Richardson, I see Sydney McLaughlin, I see women being propped up and given platforms in that sport.
But you seem to be watching those platforms, and that's how you're able to see them. You're openly admitting you're not watching the platform they're on, and that will probably be why you don't see them. Because, again, why they know who Hannah Hidalgo is, I know you would love Hannah Hidalgo.
Yeah, no, for real.
You would absolutely love her. You can't You can't not like her. I'm so sorry. I'm very biased about her.
Yeah, and
I used to coach her when she
That's
was
fine,
younger,
yeah.
close with her family.
That's why
But-
LeBron's the GOAT. And I'm from Cleveland. Like, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
You would enjoy her. There's not a moment in which she's not playing with an intensifying electricity in her body.
Mhm.
So it is a very win or lose, you're gonna be entertained. I promise you that. And it's gonna be a bunch of yelling.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to get into, because like we've been talking about social media, that's how we keep up with each other, watching each other on social media.
Yeah.
You do a lot. You do a whole lot. So can you break down to people like what you actually do? Because when I see your post, I tell her all the time, like, oh, Sharon, she out there with Hannah. Oh, Sharon, she out there with such and such. Oh, Sharon, she out here doing that. You are very busy and very involved with that. So break it down to as far as you can. What do you actually do?
A lot of it is just support, guidance, and assistance in whatever way they need. A lot of these kids that you guys see me with, I've known since they were really young.
Mm-hmm.
So, I serve different roles for different people and try to help navigate the entire complicated system of choosing colleges, choosing high schools, figuring out what AAU teams you're at, what are these connections, how do I get to this level? I have some kids who want to just play basketball anywhere they can go. I have other kids that they want to be Gatorade Player of the Year, they want McDonald's All-American, and they want Power 5.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is my goal, to help them do that. And I do that through assisting in the recruitment process. I deal with college coaches, staffs, as well as the families. So I kind of navigate as an in-between for a lot of that. Recently, just because of the NIL landscape, I've gotten involved in some of that. I am not really a genius about that, but I do have a lot more communication with agents.
Mm-hmm.
And, as they are starting to sign high school kids, they're starting to sign, some of the mid-major kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just Power 5. So just doing that. And then a big part, I would say, is the transfer portal.
Yeah, that's huge.
Just finding a genuine person. And that's what I try to be.
Yeah.
It's just someone that's like, I don't have a dog in any fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care where you want to go. I don't care who wants you. Like, my job is to just make it work and then make sure it's a good fit. And you ask the right questions. I've gone on college visits with kids, and, sometimes the parents just don't know what to ask.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So we ask those, what are your visions? What would you like? Just anything, any and everything under the sun.
You work with kids that you hadn't grown up with. How can they get in contact with you to do that type of stuff?
Most people reach out through Instagram.
Okay.
Coach AG3.
I was about to say, drop that handle.
But yeah, that's primarily how most people reach out to me. But I also do scouting. This past summer, I was the lead scout on the Puma circuit. So I got to travel and meet a lot more teams and coaches and people out in the deep Midwest, which, to be honest, is not where I'm most known at. I primarily operate within Indiana, Ohio, over to the East Coast.
Okay.
So all the way New York, DMV.
Your old Philly roots.
You know it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you from Philly?
No.
No.
No, I lived in Philly.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of my contacts kind of came about when I was coaching AAU in high school in Philadelphia.
I want to take it back because I'm sorry. We kind of jumped right into it, but what's your background as far as playing ball yourself? How did you develop the love for the game and that nature?
I have always loved basketball. My dad played basketball. He played overseas. He was drafted. My stepdad played basketball. He played overseas. He was drafted.
It was enough for Amber to be hooping with us.
Yeah,
we be
I
like, I'm
always
serious.
played
Like,
basketball.
we be
I
on the court
loved it.
and she be hooping with us. So,
I loved it. I've always loved it. I've always played. My grandmother was so disappointed. She really wanted me to be super girly and dress, have your hair down girly. And I just always wanted to play sports.
Like,
always.
these nails getting in the way. I'm not getting my follow through. I'm taking these.
I can't do it.
Need press on?
I did. But I just always played basketball. And as I got to around maybe 7th or 8th grade was when I really got introduced into higher level. I literally used to just be at the basketball courts with people. I didn't know that there was this AAU world. I didn't know these people were hooping year round.
That's where I met Amber. It was on the basketball court.
I was just always there. And I
yeah.
did not care who was playing. I enjoyed a contact sport. So I was okay with whoever was out there.
So
then wonderful St. Peter Chanel.
Okay, so you got to play high school at St. Peter Chanel. I know y'all two got a little thing with Bedford versus Chanel? Y'all got a little, I don't know what it is.
It was never a thing. It was just them over there and us over here.
They sound like they got a thing, though, don't they? You hear
No,
me? So we didn't have no problem. They got a thing, though.
I definitely have a
They're
thing.
like, why are you over there so much better than us? We can see you.
Never uttered those words ever. But the thing I have is what you brought up before we even started recording. This little scrimmage that happened behind closed doors. And you happened to be inside those closed doors.
I was in the doors. I was in the doors.
So let me hear your lies
We
right
won.
here.
We won.
How,
That's the truth.
how are you coming to this conclusion?
Because I watched it and I saw the score and y'all lost.
It wasn't even on the scoreboard.
Okay, well,
It was
I kept
just the
count.
clock running.
I kept count.
But
They lost.
we were killing y'all.
What?
When was this scrimmage?
What?
It was at Chanel.
First of all,
In their
you might have had
cafeteria
6
gym.
layups. Get out of
Yeah.
here. And our
That was my
cafeteria
role.
gym that we cooked y'all in.
You remember
Stop it.
the year?
It was our senior year. It was
Okay.
going into our senior year, right after you left.
Yeah.
That's it was
Brandon
was it the
Childress
summer?
crossed y'all up out y'all shoes.
Yeah, he did. I'm not
Man.
denying
Right
that
past y'all
because
in
that's
our
what he
dub.
did.
Man.
But
In our
Camille
dub.
Wilson also was
Did
dropping
not- nothing.
buckets.
Nothing.
Anton was
Let's
also.
be real, because I am a fan of both. They didn't do nothing then.
Come on now,
I'm a fan of both,
This
but
is
I feel like
it's unbelievable.
stop playing with me.
Who-
Stop playing with me. Mr. Brian Swift was out there dancing like he does.
Once again, not denying that whatsoever. But you are denying.
This was when PJ was still there?
Yes, PJ was there.
Stop playing with me. I'm not.
PJ
we don't
was
even-
definitely there.
Look, I'm like, turn the mic off. It's
And
over.
and those
it's
are
over. Stop playing with me.
3 little people.
Stop playing with
Three
me.
very
Them
little
three little people, state champions. Reference them correctly.
In Division 5.
Yeah.
They played
After we ran through people like y'all.
They
So
played
here's the
10-year-olds.
difference between us, and they used to try to use it against us. Our entire conference was Division 1. Our division outside of that was low. But we went undefeated against all the teams y'all lost to. But they're like, but it doesn't count.
Doesn't.
What counts?
It doesn't count.
What count? The
Playoffs.
does count.
Playoffs count
Playoffs.
in Division 1.
So they had a solid 6 games in them. That's what I heard out of it. 6 games in the season was all y'all was worth.
Really?
That's what you telling me. Because y'all lost to the teams we beat.
Hey, E, I ain't think you was going to get beaten trash talk, man.
Oh,
What's
no,
going
no,
on,
no,
E?
no,
What's
no.
going on,
It's
man?
not going down.
I do this for a living. He knows that. He knows that.
So what I'm saying is you need to go back and remember everything that happened.
I remember.
Nobody could check me in the post. Nobody could check Pat in the post. Yeah, the guards, they was getting off. But
Y'all
our guards
layups
were
was
also.
questionable sometimes.
See, why was it
You
questionable?
and y'all could play above the rim. Tell me what your back to the basket game was.
Turn around, jump, and shoot over everybody that was there.
Thank you. Nobody
Yeah.
heard a dribble or nothing. Y'all didn't hear that. There was
No,
no drop
not-
step. There was no post
It was a
move.
drop step dunk.
He just turned around. Y'all heard that?
It was
I
a
heard
drop step dunk, but my pattern was just turn around, use my jumping
Pat did
ability,
What was his post move?
bang, bang, turn layup.
So y'all heard that. There was 0 post moves being
was.
made.
I'm not
so he's
saying
talking
that
about
it
couldn't
wasn't.
nobody guard. It's like as long as we
They were too little. That's
were
my
too-
whole point.
we were definitely smaller than y'all, but y'all were not the
Fundamentally
greatest
sound. No.
of scorers. It was a very football-esque to your basketball.
And that's
And-
why we won the games we won. And that's why we did lose in the state championship game. Division 1.
All I heard was loss.
Okay. Okay.
But you see, that's the Bedford way. You cheer about second place. See, at Chanel, all we talk about are the wins. We don't. That's what I'm saying. You didn't hear
Mind
me
you.
reference no type of. We made it there, but we didn't finish it.
Hey, mind you, they played against 10-year-old kids, 5'10", 5'11". Ramon Shavers can vouch for this. He was there because he was on the team. He will say how we went back and forth, and he says still to this day he don't know who won. But it's just real kind of freaky that you sitting here saying that y'all won.
Ramon was being nice because he was on the bench and he definitely saw. You know
Yeah.
we won.
Oh,
You know.
shots fired at my man.
No,
Ramon.
it ain't no
Come on.
fire. We play like 7 deep at Chanel. They play
Yeah,
7
that-
deep. Ain't nobody getting in. You already know. Chanel was a rough. They went 7 deep without, and if foul trouble was the only way that 8th person was getting in there.
Yeah.
They didn't give no.
Steve too.
Steve became a very successful human being, and I love Steve.
Oh, man.
Shout out Steve. I had to throw that in
I
there,
love
brother.
Steve.
I had to
That's
throw
my
that in
guy.
there.
Oh,
I'm
man.
still friends with Steve. Shout out my guy Steve. Wonderful NFL coach.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So who was your favorite player growing up? Who did you mimic your game after?
My brother. I didn't know anything. Like,
Okay.
I just copied anything he did. So if he didn't like somebody, I didn't like him. So like my favorite players are only them because he picked them. So like I love Penny Hardaway. Do I know why for real?
Because he did.
My brother really loved him. So like
That's
I
a good
liked
pick.
him, but like no, my brother's like he's the man. He the man.
Yeah, he was.
Then we switched. Wait, before that we was on T-Mac. T-Mac was the man. Whatever he said goes. But for me, I just wanted to be better than everybody. Like I'm not big on being fans of people. Like I'd like to be the best. I'm a very competitive person.
All right, now that you no longer playing, I heard you being a fan of one already. So who else are you a fan of now in the women's game?
And a Hidalgo.
That's it. One and
smart.
only, huh?
That smile
No, I'm
said it
kidding.
all.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And I have a bunch. And that's on the WNBA level as well as the college level.
Okay.
Heck, high school too.
All right. I'm a fan of Hannah Hidalgo as well, too.
Me too.
All right. Let me put that out there first. But I do have some critiques.
Let's get it.
Okay. All right.
I'm ready for this one.
Okay.
I ain't had to prep for this question.
Okay. There we go. Now, going into this year, she loses Olivia Miles, her point guard. She goes to TCU. Now, she's expected to be the point guard this year. How's she going to handle that transition? That's my first question.
Okay.
You going to let me run through them all?
No, then let me
okay.
go ahead. So if we're going to address the point guard issue, I think a big thing you have to realize there's two big points. When she came in, she didn't have Olivia Miles, so it's really not that big of a deal. Second, everyone thought Liv was going to the W, so it was anticipated that she wasn't going to have her this year. Did anybody think she'd be at TCU? No, but it was already, in their mind she wouldn't be there. So she already had an understanding she would have to take over that point guard spot. And I think the other part is they have a transfer in Vanessa DeJesus from Duke who can play point.
Oh, I didn't know she went there.
Yes.
Oh.
So she can be point. She's played in the
Okay.
ACC. She'll be able to,
Okay.
get her off the ball. So.
But before you go, Zen, I personally think she's a point guard anyway.
Nah, she played like a two. To me, when I've seen her,
She's
I know she played the two, but me personally, I think she would excel at point guard with no problems whatsoever.
I think she's both. And I say that because her ability to score the ball is just, as a point guard,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and she doesn't do a lot of shooting from the outside.
No.
So it's a lot of attacking, a lot of, so I think getting her up the floor and getting her off the ball, when she's able to do that, she'll do it. But she's also able to facilitate and run a team. She played both her entire career.
Okay.
Okay. Second, all right. Now, I watched the women's tourney. There was times last season, Niele Ivey would put her on the bench because she was a defensive liability.
Not Hannah Hidalgo.
Oh, yeah.
She's the defensive player of the
No,
year.
I'm sorry. That's
All
right. You're right. That was Olivia Miles. She was doing that too. You're
Yeah.
right.
I
You're
was
right.
like-
You're right.
Hannah don't go on the bench.
Yeah.
Hannah don't go on the bench.
Yes, you're right. I got my two mixed up right then and there. But my only other critique is with her is the next level. She's kind of short. I've seen this thrive in the NCAA. Who she reminds me of a lot of is Ivory Latta from North Carolina when she was at as far as
She's bigger than her.
they both. Looked them up. They both listed at 5'6".
Hannah's 5'8". I don't know why they keep saying she's 5'6". Hannah's 5'8".
Okay, because
Yeah, I don't know
'cause
why
I
they
was like,
I'm
the
5'6", and when I tell you that little forehead be like right above.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So you helping me out. You clearing things up. Because
Yeah.
I was looking, I was like, man, she's kind of short. I was like, I look her up, I was like 5'6". I was like, what was Ivory? She's like 5'6" as well, too. Yeah, Ivory struggled. She had some difficulties finding her footing in the WNBA.
She doesn't have the athleticism that Hannah has. Hannah's
was just
athleticism
about to
is
say.
off
This
the
is true.
chart.
I was just about
Like
to
a
say
lot
that.
of people, if you watch her rebound, like her head will get above the rim. Like she can rebound, she can jump. It's quick. She is super fast, and she uses that on defense, and she allows it to like help her stand apart. She is the reason that she's gotten the last 3 gold medals. She just played on the FIBA team, in which, again, she was phenomenal, and she used that speed. There was like one person in the entire tournament that was even the same speed as she was, and she's able to be efficient in that speed.
I think she's a better player than Ivory Latta anyway.
Oh, no, yeah, she is.
But
So
I'm
no.
a big fan of Ivory Latta, so I wouldn't put her down.
No. But there's
Don't be wrong.
similarities as far as that dog. That dog I
Oh,
see
yeah.
that Ivory had that I see it obviously in Hannah. So that's what
I'm trying to make a comparable dog. And to see, I'm so biased because when I tell you she shows up that way. Like if you go Google an old Sports Center clip, they got a Sports Center clip of her dunking on her brother when she was like 10. And
So I
she
saw
walked
that.
away like this. She had on like flip-flop sandals and like pigtails. Like she's always been this. I've watched her win numerous game winners in overtime at the buzzer and at like 12 years old. She lives for big moments. She prefers them.
So I forget what it was. It was like a documentary or something she was just part of.
Yes.
Well, it was
It
her.
was on ESPN.
Yeah. So I really got to know a lot more about her then, and they showed that clip of her dunking on her brother like that. That just made me like her even more, just because, like you said, she's always that dog on and off the court.
Always.
And her family like went to Hawaii or something.
Yes.
And
They went.
it was,
They went to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Orlando. Her dad is. His family is there.
so she they was like competing and surfing. Like
Yeah.
She
was
can
serious.
bowl.
Yeah, I
She
didn't
can.
know
I'm
that
talking
either.
about like professional. Kick your leg behind, spin the ball. Both. She is competitive in everything.
Pete
Like
Weber.
I mean everything. Ping pong. Like just don't even do it. Just we don't.
I like it.
Okay. And the main thing that I'm a big fan of, she's unapologetic about her faith.
She is.
And so that's one of the things I love about her and why I'm a huge fan and why I'm a big supporter of her. Now, her faith has gotten her into trouble. So how do you see this playing out as far as like going forward in the future and how she navigates as far as her display and showing her faith to the public?
Well, I think that's something that a lot of 19, 20-year-olds have to figure out how to navigate. She just has to figure it out front and center. But I think, kind of learning who you are individually while carrying your faith and figuring that out is just something that we all have to kind of go through. So I think that, and just, again, I think she should always be unapologetic about her faith. But sometimes we just, opinions are opinions and you're not going to please everybody.
I didn't think that was that bad though.
So here's my thing. I
For the
think it was
uninitiated, what happened?
I think it was taken out of context.
Yeah, it
because
definitely was.
She just, even if you agree with something or you agree with part of something, without being definitive in your statement, it allows people to speculate your intention.
Somebody asked her a question and she gave her opinion on the LGBT community stuff. And she was just,
And that's
what
not
the
her
Bible
personal
says.
opinion. She is just quoting what her faith says.
Yeah, right.
Not that she personally is
That's
going to
what
go
I
out her
said.
way to have a problem with anybody or be unaccepting of anyone.
Yeah.
Clearly they're on her team.
Yeah.
And she's best of friends with lots of them. So
Yeah. She has no issue.
Yeah,
I
they
think
just
she was
wanted
just
It's just the
stepping up in the moment of answering through her faith.
Yeah.
But I'm like, next time, just give your opinion. They don't need your faith. That would be my advice.
But then, like
next
you
time, just
said-
know, I don't have no problem with you.
like you said, even if she gave her opinion, somebody's gonna have a problem with it.
So-
You can't gonna make nobody happy. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, real quick. I know because we got to do the NBA preview. So got to do this real quick. So let me jump back into the WNBA. So Asia Wilson, that's my favorite player in the pros. Yes. So 4-time MVP, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Has she already gotten to? We know she's in the GOAT conversation right now. What more does she have to do to solidify, in your opinion, to wrap it up, to be the hands down, walk away, there's no question about it, GOAT?
Well, I think what you run into again is the longevity of some of the careers of some of the other women. It made way more sense to be in the W for like 10 years, 12 years. And they're like, it's the longest reigning person that's ever been in the W. So I don't know that she'll go that long. I don't know if she'll have to go that long. But to me, I think she's already in the conversation.
Yes.
If I'm passing everybody and I broke all the rules in 6 years, I don't need to play 6 more. So I think she's solidified who she is. She's done it since South Carolina.
Who is your GOAT now?
Goat.
Don't hesitate.
My personal GOAT,
Yeah.
Samika Randall.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a cop out if I ever heard one, man. Come on. We talking about
She's the reason I played basketball.
I get it, but we talking about
She went to the W, right?
No, I'm talking. But she
Hey.
I love Samika. Same, or the year after she graduated, a year after me. One of the other.
96, right? No, 95.
95.
Yeah,
95.
95.
Oh, say she graduated a year before.
Yeah.
All right, so
No.
I'm gonna let you get this.
96.
Go ahead, Zan.
I knew it was somewhere, 95, 96, somewhere like that.
96. It was 96. It was my 8th grade year was when her senior year.
Oh, yeah,
I
okay.
know
put her as
there
the
was a
local
list going around. You even might have been on the thread on Facebook, and they were talking about the best players in the Cleveland area. And I was like, how y'all ain't gonna put Samika Randall on this list? Like, since I was in the 7th grade, every time I watched TV, Samika Randall went off for Samika Randall went off for Samika
50.
Randall. Like 60.
My personal story quickly is that when I was in 8th grade, there was like a beef between Chanel and Trinity.
I remember that.
Coaches, not the kids, the coaches. The coach at Chanel, who was not there when I got there, was talking trash for some reason, and they were terrible. Like, they were 1-21, I think, that season. So I don't know why he was talking to anyone. But they came to Chanel and intentionally blew them out 111-11.
That's raw.
In the 3rd quarter, he had her go downstairs and get changed. And that's how she came up and made her announcement that she was going to the Tennessee Lady Vols. When I tell you, she had 33 points in those 3 quarters, and it was the most amazing thing I had ever seen in my life. I went home and cried. I told my mom, I said, that's what I want to do.
I went down to Wake Forest.
Love her.
And was talking to the girls' basketball team, like, yo, this Samika Randall will come down here and give it to all y'all. Like
Individually.
Yes. It was
And as a
just
whole.
She was phenomenal.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
I
no
remember
doubt.
Period.
But I need somebody that has a little more longevity in the WNBA.
He was expecting you to say
and that's my
Cooper or
problem
Yeah.
with
No.
like the
Cynthia
market.
Cooper.
I like Cheryl
No,
Swoops.
Cynthia-
Again, but you asked me
Okay.
my go. I told you, I like people. I'm not big on being people's fans.
Yeah.
I was a fan of Samika
still.
Randall. I can't even hide it. Like, I didn't cry and want to go meet the WNBA players because I like them, but that's my personality.
What
But like,
being a coach, your analytical
Bobby
hat.
Knight.
What do you?
That's a good one right
I
there.
like
for real.
Bobby Knight as a coach.
No. But being analytical as a coach, what you see with your own 2 eyes when you see the players play, who have you seen as on the professional level? Who have you seen as that one? Like you say, the GOAT.
Again, I think I am so critical. So when I'm saying critical, and if you're going to ask me who my favorite players, they better be the best on both sides of the ball. They better be the best passer. They better be the best. And I don't really think that there's that many players that exist like that. So for me, I have best players in certain positions. Best players, best passer of all time, Tisha Penicheiro. Best 3-point shooter. I can name a couple on that one. Scorers. You have people like Jackie Stiles. You still have Kelsey Plum. You still have Kelsey Mitchell. So, I have people in different positions. Small forwards. I love Cheryl Swoops, but like
Simone
Go.
Justice?
fan. But
Okay.
again, not my favorite.
Oh, okay.
Not
Just wanted to throw it out
fan.
there.
Know exactly who
Oh,
you're
yeah.
talking about.
Okay.
Fan. You have Angel McCoughtry.
Okay.
You have
Ask me.
Yeah, okay.
so there are so many, but for me to say, were they my favorite? No. But I can pick what, I really enjoy to watch from those players.
I'm gonna have to let you slide. I can't keep pressing you on this. All right. So let's jump into the NBA. Too bad our guy, Mr. Taboo Timmons, isn't here, so he could yell out Cavs. So we got to talk about our Cavs real quick with the NBA preview. So the NBA is starting up next week, and so the Cavs, who had a great regular season, had a disappointing postseason, looking to see what needs to be done this year to actually sustain a long playoff run. So this past week, there was a little thing from Evan Mobley's trainer. I don't know if y'all heard about this, where he was critical of Donovan Mitchell and
The trainer.
the trainer.
Okay.
And so,
He didn't even get a name. His name was Evan Mobley's trainer.
I don't know what dude's
Listen to
name
that
is.
guy.
He might be fired after that one.
It's not a reputable source.
But he made the point that when Evan gets going, they don't keep feeding him. They go away from it. And
We said
it looks
that
like
last
this
year.
dynamic, I've said it plenty of times before that Evan Mobley has to be the best player if the Cavs are to win another championship, in my opinion. I think Donovan Mitchell at his height won't be able to do it. So I think that dynamic. Yes.
Yeah.
Look.
I'm like,
You make that face.
The man who
I ain't the one-
backpacked us all the way to where we got, that's not him.
He can backpack us to the second round of the playoffs. He's done that time and time again with every team that he has. We're talking about to the NBA Finals, and that's where he's had that.
Where the rest
that
of them
issue.
supposed to show up at.
But
So that's what I would say. I agree with that too, because he can't do that by himself. Donovan can't.
No.
So he needs Evan.
He does,
needs
but
Evan.
Evan's never going to be the best player on the court because he's not better than Donovan Mitchell. So like,
And that's-
I hear what you're saying,
That's
but like,
the beef that I had too.
you can't get that. Do they need to utilize him more? Yes, but you're not the man. I think that's the other part. Like everybody's got to eat and understand that you're second in line. Like no matter how good your game's going, you're second in line.
And
Like,
still take advantage of your opportunities.
go get your own balls. That's my advice.
You know that's
But-
my
That's my advice.
But what I will compare this to, I understand he won't be better than Donovan Mitchell. Okay, I can agree with you on that. But I hearken this back to the bubble, where Anthony Davis was the best player on the LA Lakers, but LeBron was the best player on that team. And so that's what we need from Evan Mobley, in my opinion, in order for us to actually cross over that second round threshold, actually get to a conference finals, to an NBA finals. That's where so I'm trying to figure out what we need to do with that dynamic so it could actually perform at optimal level. That's what I'm.
Well, I would say, is he built for that?
I'm like, I don't know.
That's always because I call him soft.
Because man, and like I tell my son, alpha's the alpha. You gon', hey, let's go, right? Is you built for it? Because I hear Donovan, being
Can he
who
be
he
built
is.
for it? Is
Who?
there a way for him to be built
No.
for it?
if it's not in him, he's not
Yeah.
gonna
Right.
just get it.
And I
right
don't
now.
ever
So-
think that he was the key to us, though. He's a component. I think the best part about the Cavs is very representative of Cleveland is the fact that it's a all-together situation. Like, those two prospering is not going to get us there either. We literally need everyone to show up. Just because of how they've designed this team, we need everyone to show up every time.
You need Garland. You need
Like Garland's got to show up every time. I
everybody,
can't get a toe. I can't get an ankle. Like, his injuries killed us. I think his injuries really hurt us in the end. I do think we could have gone further, but the injuries really got us. Between that and Mobley, didn't he have like an ankle issue or something like that?
and the bench that we said we had.
Shut down.
And what do we say when the playoffs come?
Different team.
It gets shorter.
Yeah.
Bench gets shorter,
And you have
and them lights
to.
get brighter.
I always
And I
say-
wasn't even a fan of our bench when the lights was dark. I wasn't a fan. I'm
sound
glad
just-
about some of the trades we made because I felt
Yeah.
like we got
a
out of
little
Okoro
better.
and we got a little bit of nothing out of both of them.
Yeah.
Like, it just gave me nothing for my
Consistently.
sixth and seventh man, other than our scorers who come in.
Yeah.
So you sound literally just like me. So the other guy that's not here, Byron, he's a homer guy.
yeah.
Like he sees nothing wrong with the Cavs and the way they were structured and the streaks we was going on. He would take it as we going to the chip. You see, we on a 15-game win streak.
And we just
But
be
it was
like,
the little things that I kept pointing out, like, this is going to happen later on. It's going to come to fruition. And it came to fruition. It was hard for him to understand. He was taking it as hate. But I'm like,
No.
the bench never will come through. The Evan Mobley factor, he's killing my name. I need you to be a bigger dog if you're going to rep this name. But it's just been everything like that.
and we were like, we want to see y'all lose some games because how you gonna react
Yeah.
after?
That's what I
After
always
some
say.
I think it's
adversity.
the reverse of what we saw with the Aces, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's
went
like,
on
they're
that.
not that good this year. I'm
Exactly.
going to be honest. They never looked as good as they did
At the
in
end.
the playoffs.
Yes.
And that was locked in from a player perspective as well as a coaching standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
So
the
the
way
Aces-
they approached things was differently.
The
That's
Aces,
the difference.
they are my gateway drug. I do watch them play.
And
So
Because age
use that.
and Jackie.
okay, I'll keep.
So, but I think that's the same thing that happened. You know what I mean? Like you said, we weren't being tested. Like our heart wasn't being tested.
At all.
We following things, and and now when we talk about the difference in the W and the NBA, because there's so many games, you do not get the best out of teams.
That's
each
true.
night.
Yeah, I agree.
And
with
so,
you there. Yeah.
with seeing that, okay, we might beat this team. We're really trying to gauge them across the board because let's come down to it. I will say I just did finish an internship with the NBA. with their future operations program. And a big thing that I went over was the Cavs. That was my team. That's who I chose to break down and analyze.
okay.
And a big point that I analyzed was our series with Boston and how everything looked different and how we showed that we could do certain things. But at the end of the day, Boston didn't make it either, if we're honest. I know Tatum went down, but I really broke down both teams and really, I don't know that at that point I would have said either of them would win the championship, because once you broke them down, it was a lot of weaknesses and a lot of things that were being skimmed over
At the beginning of the year,
during the season.
I called that Indiana run because I just saw how they played in their matchup. The matchups they give the opponents, it's kind of unguardable. And how fast they play and just the athletes that they have on in everybody's like 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10".
Length.
Yeah, that's hard to guard, and that's hard to just know what that guy's going to do on the night, what that guy's going to do on the night.
Allie was balling.
Yeah, and they all, like you were saying, the Cavs didn't. All the role players played their role when they needed to play their role consistently, no matter if it was a little game, no matter if it was a big game. They always knew what they was getting out of T.J. McConnell. You knew what you was getting out of Obi.
Love T.J.
Dog.
McConnell.
Yeah, you knew what you was getting out of
T.J. McConnell.
everybody.
I tell my son, you want a career? TJ McConnell.
Love T.J.
It's the best. Every team needs somebody like that.
Yeah.
And he was super efficient this year.
Yeah.
I think that was the other part, because scoring was really, you didn't look at him. Now he was I feel like he was way more aggressive this year on the offensive end, and it was hard to stop.
We thought we had one. What was the guy's name for us?
Ty Jerome, they thought.
Yes.
I never saw it in Ty Jerome.
Okay, so I'm not going to hate on my boy Ty Jerome. He used to be balling lightweight. But
In the regular season.
again, I don't know if it was sustainable, and he got injured.
Yeah, he did.
But my mind's going blank. Who do we get in the trade? His college roommate.
DeAndre Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter.
Yes, I needed more from him.
Same,
part.
Yeah.
We traded for him to be our third superstar, and I think we did that because Evan Mobley wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did he come in too late?
that could have been it. Like, I don't want to blame him. I just think for what we needed. But then again, if we had Garland at full speed and ability to go, it may not.
We
have
wouldn't have
played
been
out that
asking
way.
all him to
Yeah,
do
we
what he did
were
in Atlanta.
asking him to be the second man when he really was over there to be the third.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we got that. So coming out of the East, who would you say is their biggest threat? I know we got New York, and everybody else got a player with an Achilles tear that you would consider a threat.
No, for real.
And so, but who could be your sleeper coming out of the East that could be a viable threat to the Cavs in the Eastern Conference?
I know Atlanta was one of the teams that gave us struggles last year.
True.
Matchups.
So I think that would be a big part of. That would probably be the sleeper that I was thinking. It's not like I don't think Charlotte's going to creep up on us.
Nah.
So like,
But what about Detroit?
I was just
well, you know what? I don't consider them a sleeper. I'll say that one.
right.
I think they up in your face a problem.
Top
I
4.
do think that they're a problem.
Somebody mentioned Orlando.
Yeah.
I was watching something and that Orlando, the Pistons came up with them.
Mhm.
My thing is, honestly, with the landscape of the East right now, if the Cavs don't do it this year, blow it up.
Yeah, for sure.
The table is being set.
Yes.
It was kind of set last year. Kind of.
Yeah.
Not to the effect of this year, but it was leading that way last year.
Giannis is still Giannis. You still got him with the Bucks.
He just don't have no help.
Right. I mean, he got his brothers is there though.
I was like, for moral support? I was so confused. I was like, what are they doing there?
Yo, hey, go get my cousin TT. And we're gonna
What
ball.
is going on? Nah.
Yeah, no, he just need help.
Yeah.
But I think the top 4 is going to be Cleveland, Detroit. Y'all going to say I'm tripping, but I still think Indiana is going to be up there just because of the way they play. I know they're going to miss Tyrese.
They played well in spurts when he was on the bench.
And they just so
Now they were just
deep
playing out of their mind. Like they had it rolling. Like
because
in
of
their
their
playoffs.
style of play, though.
Yeah.
That's just how they play. Sometimes they shot the ball with 17 seconds left on the shot clock. You know how many possessions that will get you in the course of a game? And other teams are not used to doing that.
Yeah.
And they still going to pick you up 94 feet. Nobody does that in the NBA but them. And then the fourth one, of course, Detroit, and then followed by close Orlando. But I think that'll be the top
Did
4.
you say
for real.
Knicks?
They'll be about 5, 6, I think. Just because of their consistency. They're not consistent. Not saying they're a bad team. They're just not consistent.
Who's coaching them this year?
Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Stop playing with him.
I think
Stop playing with him.
He got the pedigree. He know where he's going, and they ain't gonna be beat up because Thibodeau ain't there.
He gonna save some minutes. Jalen Brunson ain't playing 48 minutes a night.
Yeah.
I feel like their style of play hurt them. Him pounding the ball for the first 22 seconds of the shot clock, and then they started a motion where he just run in a circle, and then they throw it back to him.
Yeah.
It was like, he's got to be tired. I'm tired watching him. Like, Steph moves more than anyone, but it's different when you're just dribbling around.
Yeah.
And he consistently was doing it. And for his height and for his guy, it just didn't make any sense. Like, he's being trapped. He's getting it back, dribbling for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
On top of Thibodeau being your coach, like
And your dad.
Yeah.
And your dad.
Pops was tripping.
Cussing you out from the sideline.
Yeah, Pops was tripping.
So I think that change will be good for them because I do think this was an uncanny year for Brunson as far as how much he was dribbling the ball. I think it was way more than it's been.
But it's dribbling the ball, high usage rate, but it was his best season ever. And so will he be able to...
He was out there the whole time.
Yeah,
no
so
choice, right?
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like,
so will he be as efficient? Will he be as effective if you scale back?
that would be the game plan.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's what we would have to see, but he was prior when he was getting less minutes and when he was efficient.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's why I think I was a little confused on why they rode his back so far and showing that he could still be efficient and not limited, but less minutes and kind of develop. I'm big on developing your bench and giving those people breaks. So I think when he's gotten the breaks, he's still been just as efficient and still done what he's done.
You're a fan of Mike Brown. I want to know why.
I think he creates culture. And I think at the end of the day, wherever he goes to, he creates some level of accountability, some level of increase in skill set and what's expected. And they win. I think he does a great job. I mean, let's be real. They recycle the same coaches throughout the league.
But we wasn't talking about Sacramento until he got there.
Literally.
For one season.
But still,
That's all right.
it was a
And
culture.
Jawad
It
back.
was set.
Shout out
It was
Jawad.
all of that.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. So I was like, I haven't seen it yet. We know
But
when he was with the Cavs.
why did he leave Sacramento?
He got fired
Why though?
because of supposedly the issue with De'Aaron Fox.
So I think that's something that everybody at every level is dealing with now is
He ain't even
people
there.
get to present how they feel. People get to not want to get with the program, and coaches have to take the blame
brunt.
for some of that.
Yeah.
And before it was like, we get it. You don't like it. We don't care. Now it's so much of this. Let's, try to pacify these players that you got rid of them, and you see somebody was very glad to pick him up. So I think that just shows you that he keeps getting higher places.
Okay, so what is he going to do about that Karl Anthony Towns problem? Because Karl Anthony is like a better version, to me, a better version of Evan Mobley. And so the same detractors to Karl Anthony Towns you have with Evan Mobley in my eyes. When you want to see him consistently show up, you don't really see that. So what would be your suggestion as a coach, as your analyst? What would be your suggestion to Mike Brown to get the most out of Karl Anthony Towns so where he's not being fired from his fourth job?
So I am very big on mental performance. I study sports psychology and very big on motivation. I think this is, and it'll tie back into how you said, can we build Evan Mobley to be what we want? I think a big part is you have to figure out what motivates people, and you have to figure out how to keep them locked into that level of motivation. So some people are able to get dogged up for the whole game. You don't have to say anything to me. Other people need to be constantly reminded, no, we're still at war. That's how I talk when I coach. We're still at war. I tell them that people are jumping them when they're getting trapped. Babe, we are fighting.
Yeah.
I need you to understand. I need you to follow that layup because you have to have her back because we out here alone. So I think the intensity and what you expect from people, you saw it in spurts. I think New York gives them a little bit of a false backing to help him a little bit get in there because they're going to cuss him out if he don't do it anyway in the crowd in New York. But I think just taking that New York mindset and trying to keep him locked into that all game. Get a technical. Push somebody. You ain't nobody fighting, so I need you to really come on and give me that energy so that I can get that out of you on both ends. And I think finding a way to keep him locked in at that level is what he would have to do.
And that's the same thing you need to do with Evan Mobley. I need to see a technical this year. I need to see him actually push somebody.
Remember, I used to say that.
like,
dude.
So a Patrick Beverly, a Draymond Green.
I wish they got Russell
who's
Westbrook.
my guy? light skin, Westbrook. The light skin guy, Dylan Brooks. Those are those type of players doing it from a player standpoint, where the coach is not.
To me, that Dylan Brooks energy is fake.
I find all energy like that fake. I like it.
Yeah,
So I can't. I don't know what to say. I like conversations.
I don't like him.
I'm like, oh, this the game we playing today? Like, I thought it was gonna be boring.
I don't like him, but those the guy you want on your team because it juices everybody else
no
up,
doubt.
and that
it makes them think
the Cavs
there's something that they're not.
They need a juice up guy.
Yeah.
And Donovan has to be it all the time. Once
And
they get
score.
once he gets slammed on the ground one time, now Donovan got to walk over and shove the dude for him.
But
Like,
your star shouldn't be doing that. That's what Adams is for. You know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. But then we looked at the bench and we was like, matter of fact, go ahead.
Go ahead. You got it. Yeah.
You ain't got nobody.
No, it's nobody coming from back there. Just go ahead.
My man, the name, what's his name?
George Niang?
Yeah, Niang.
They called him what was his nickname?
The accountant.
It was
The G-Wagon.
like a van or something.
Yeah,
It was
the
something
minivan or
crazy.
G-Wagon.
Hey,
But
the
nah,
accountant.
we don't have any muscle.
No, not at all.
And I think that's a big part of it. And then you get muscle without skill. And I think that's the difference between some of those players, though, is you don't lose that much on the offensive end with them on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And we need something like that. But unfortunately, I feel like the dynamic we've built has to be 5 people.
Okay. All right. Real quick, let me jump into the Western Conference. So we got to talk about the other guy from this area, LeBron James. Now he's dealing with a little sciatica. He's gonna miss a month of this season. And this will be also first time this has happened, but also this is also going to be the first time he's not the focal point. It's going to be Luka Doncic.
Let's go.
So how do you see LeBron adjusting to his new role?
Fine. I think he is very active in where he is in life.
Right.
And I don't think he's mistakenly in any spot he's in. I think he's fine. I think he's probably...
But his ego, can his ego handle it from not... Because he's been that... You talked about
He's still
Samika
that.
from junior.
I'm just that with an Achilles injury. with sciatica. Like, he's that. Nobody's taking that away from him. He's so much that they're going to allow him to pass the Lakers franchise on to the next that.
And he's such a team player from day one anyway. He understands this point was coming at it was inevitable.
Facilitated this.
Yeah,
I think that's
he's going to be tripping on that. I think he's welcoming it, actually, just because of how much he had to shoulder and how much he had to do constantly year after year after year. So I think he's going to be cool. He's going to welcome this whole situation. I think it's going to make them a better team. Yeah, right. After this year, I think it's it.
Yeah, I think and I don't even want to predict it, but I want to say I think that you see him in a complete control over his career in the decline so that he's not going out bad. So he's not, disappearing in a way that he can't control. He's always on top of his narrative. He's not mistakenly in any situation. So I think, if he had an ego with Luka coming, Luka wouldn't have been there.
At all.
Do you think?
Or he would have left. Well, you have to remember, he has the ability to facilitate his own exit as well.
Yeah, because I was
so
about to
that's
say.
what I mean. And if he came and then he's like, all right, I'm out, he could have facilitated that. Yeah. He could have came back to Cleveland and been whatever he wanted to be. But that's what I'm saying. If he really wanted to, if it was all about ego, he had so many opportunities to solely feed that.
You say facilitate. See, that's where it gets a little trickier because at his age, he's got a family, got a wife that probably is happy and want to be settled in that city. So you might have to sit there and ride it out, big boy. If you're not happy, yes.
You know how much money they got?
They got so much money, and
you can fly to school from wherever you want to go every day. Like, I don't think vocation is. You have to, and I also think with their kids being adults now, and they only have the one young lady, I think the next steps mentality would be where you would be, because I'm the same age as them. So, I think that's where it is. I have an adult child. When your kids are grown up, and it's a different stage of life. So I get that, but I don't think that stage of life has to be LA for them. I think, like you said, I think retirement would probably be where they would kind of make those decisions. But
he gonna play with Bryce.
He said he don't care what Bryce do. He said because he doesn't know if Bryce is going to try to do one and done or try to stay there. So he said he don't want to influence it. So he don't know if he gonna play with Bryce.
That would, especially after what happened with Bronny. He did learn something from that situation. Yeah, I think That makes
they
sense.
facilitated it.
That makes
You know,
sense.
Like I said, there is no Maverick. Let's represent Ohio, Northeast Ohio,
fullest.
216.
To the fullest.
And you're going to just talk about Clutch and Maverick and what, you know what I mean, what Rich Paul is doing and what Maverick has set up and how LeBron has done his stuff. Like, they're not being, you know, shocked with anything. They're on top of their stuff. And whenever apparently they may have made a mistake, they seem like they learn from them.
Yeah.
They don't seem to make many.
And I think rightly so for with Bronny. Like after what happened with him, you know, his heart thing, we gonna speed this up.
Yeah.
Like let's, you know, it's that's a whole nother different level. But
And as much as everybody told about he was wrong, he ain't out there as the worst player. You know what I'm saying? He went out there and played his G League. I think he has good moments. He's super athletic. So I mean, at the end of the day, you might not agree, but you can't call him wrong.
yeah. And they're ragging on him for playing point guard. Like it's hard to play point guard in the NBA. I don't care who you are. Like,
you know, like let alone a kid. Like,
yeah, like
ranked coming in
when you're playing shooting guard for your team. Like, but
All right. Hey, look, I think that's a good way to close things out.
Yes.
So, hey, I appreciate you, Amber, for jumping
dog.
on with us.
Thank
Hey,
you
you
for having
held
me.
your own. Yes. You've been what I've been waiting for. So, yes, I'm glad you came through. I got to get my little niche sports talk in. So, yeah, I'm good. So, yeah, so there it is, fellas. So, I hear that sound. Hopefully, I don't know. I ain't hear it. You ain't press it, but that's all right.
I did.
I hear that sound. So, good pod. Coach E,
Yo.
you got a post-game word for the people.
Yeah, I do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, gather around, taking E, all eyes on me. Today's word is use your gift. We just had a great guest right here, living in her gift, using her gift to experience different things in life, to take her to different places in life, to expose her to different things in life. And that could be you too. Find your gift and use your gift to the best of your ability, because without your gift, you're a lost soul. It's just the reality of the situation. Find your gift, use it to expose you to things that is going to propel you to different places and meet different people in life and take it from there. But just use your gift.
All right, let's go.
Win on me, win on three. 1, 2, 3. Win! It sounds so sweet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching and listening to another episode of Coach E Game for All Seasons. Amber, appreciate you once again. Thank you for taking time out of your day and your life to get on here and kick some facts. Chanel still lost a scrimmage. With that being said, see you next week.
Dubs in the chat.
Thank you for tuning in to Game for All Seasons with Coach E. Remember to hit the like or subscribe button on Coach E's YouTube channel. To listen on the go, download wherever you get your podcasts. Also, make sure to follow Coach E on Instagram, X, and TikTok at BigF216. Contact us at www.perfecttimefitness.com for one-on-one or group training sessions. Our theme music provided by Mr. Taboo Timmons on SoundCloud at Mr. Taboo Timmons. Once again, thanks for listening and see you next week.